good. That's good.
But he's recording this now, so do you recognize my voice?
Yes.
All right, okay. So game is on. Oh, wow. Look at the spikes on that. That's apparently a pretty loud can open. But anyways.
So if let me set the scene here for you here from work. We're about 3 to 5 beers deep, and we just got done coaching a t-ball game.
Sweet baby Jesus, man. They're worse than you are. It's fucked up.
Well, I mean, some of them
3 to
are.
5 days deep, and you just got them coaching t-ball.
Well, no. We coached t-ball, and then we were 3 to 5 beers deep.
Oh,
Let's not
okay,
involve
gotcha.
Johnny
I
Law.
thought
And,
maybe you was
yeah.
sitting a little in the dugout or something.
Joe speaks for himself. I showed up faced.
Oh.
So I wanted to reach out to you here because the people have spoken. I gave the people an option on the blog. Who do we want to hear from? And I even put the option up of nobody. Just let Joe talk because I even thought that would be a very popular option. Received the least amount of votes. Actually, received 2 votes. Me and then my mom, I think. But that was it.
Well,
So
I'm surprised you got 2.
here we are though. So it's something about you, and I think people think you're mysterious. I think people want to know more about From Work and what makes them tick. So that's why people lean more towards you.
And also, you got 3 votes. You, your mom, and your dad. So it's one more than Joe.
Yes.
Yes. I completely set that up.
That's not true at all. It was From Work from his phone, From Work from his tablet, and From Work from his work PC.
And apparently, from some phantom girlfriend, you couldn't what the hell?
Let's start there. So I don't want to dive right into the interview here or nothing, but explain this here alleged girlfriend, because here you've been playing with us for the last half of last year, the first part of this year, and you did bring a mystery girl to the end of the year party last year. Is that the same girl?
Well, I just hired her. That was not really my girlfriend, but
believe it. Totally believe it.
That's fair enough. And you've done well. You looks like you spent a lot. I know you're lying because you wouldn't have spent enough money to get a good-looking girl to come with you.
Oh, but, yeah, that is actually my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
I
so
think
that's
we're
right.
coming tomorrow night, to be honest with you.
Is she coming tomorrow night? Is that what she said?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. All right. Well, so you're finally going to expose her to your talents on the field, so to speak.
Or lack of, yes.
Well, that's fine.
You struck out last week.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do we got to bring that up?
I was going to dance around that subject, but since you brought it up, you dove right
I'm
at
a hard-hitting interviewer.
Okay.
I'm tough. I'm going to. I'm trying to get on the New York Times, man. I gotta ask the tough questions.
So take us through that and tell us how that's never going to happen again.
Please, you're God.
Well, I don't really know what happened, to be honest with you. I just kept swinging and kept missing.
Do you think it has anything to do with the wiffle ball that we were doing? We were professional wiffle ball players there for a minute.
That might be the problem. But just to let you guys know, LeBron James just sprained the crap out of his ankle, so the Cavs are done.
Oh, no.
Wait, are you kidding me?
No, I'm being serious.
Okay, this guy the guy sitting next
Still
to
in the
me.
game, though, but
Well, the guy sitting next to me is born and raised in Cleveland, so he's going to be pretty upset if you're. Either way, he's going to be upset.
Yeah.
Oh my kid.
maybe he just take the sprained ankle because he's running now. So must be all right.
I'm dipping out of the interview, for a moment. But I'd like to remind you of a couple things. Number one, they're up by 8 points, and number two, he is immortal. But keep going.
I think I remember weren't they up by 8 points in game 1?
STFU.
Oh,
Don't give J.R. Smith the ball. We win. LeBron James just made a driving layup, so I think he's okay.
Yeah,
Warriors.
he's good. He's running. He's good.
Warriors in
He's
3.
man up.
You heard it here first.
Fuck you.
So, all right, let's take this back here. I think we're running a little bit in the wrong direction here. Let's not make this an NBA thing. Sorry, there's a tractor going by, hauling some equipment. Moving really slow. Maybe he's thinking about coming in here. Maybe he needs a beer. Go get him a beer. I don't know why he's moving so
It's
slow.
actually the third of those to
No,
go
he's
by
stopping.
soon.
Maybe. While this tractor pulls in for a quick beer, what I'm going to do is stop here and reflect on JV and Joe talking about a game in somewhat recent Good Guys history.
And when he says beer, he means blowjob.
In the week when I said, oh shit, I didn't mean to record that.
Yeah. Oh, you
We're
are
recording.
recording,
We're
yeah.
recording. We're recording right now.
So you said early in the week.
So I was talking earlier in the week. I was talking about our top games in Good Guys history.
Yes, I saw that.
And I was talking about that one in particular because that was a big game because Jim, it was the last game of the season, and we needed to win that game to win the championship.
It was essentially the championship game.
And we were up 18-16, and the guy hit the ball at a deep right center. Jim goes back, knocks it down, and this weird, it wasn't a dive, it wasn't a fall, it was somewhere in the middle, and it was not graceful. And he just kind of falls backwards and knocks the ball down. Say it to my face, Fisher comes out of nowhere, scoops it up, fires a perfect strike to a cutoff man. God forbid, when's the last time that happened?
Yeah.
To a cutoff man. Cutoff man turns, and I think it was Ben. I don't know, not that it matters. Ben, okay, actually it does matter because it was Ben, turns and fires a strike for the first time in his life to Jake at third. And the one thing I'll say about Jake above everything else beyond random acts of sexual aggression at people
With goats.
and, or goats,
Yeah.
he's always been really good at blocking the base.
No, he's been actually, in my opinion, I think you have to have his level of psychosis to do what he does. Because no regular human being will throw their ankles and their shins out
Yeah.
there like that. I mean, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to win this game, but I also want to walk.
Yeah, I remember.
Jacob's like, screw walking.
Yeah.
I want to win.
I want to win this game.
Yeah.
No, not even I want to win this game. I just want to get this guy out because I think he would do it if it was like 17-2. He would still block it.
Excellent point. I completely
It's not
agree.
even the game. It's this particular, like, fuck this guy in particular.
Yes.
So, like, yeah, he blocks the base, catches the ball, and the guy slides into his leg, and he drops the tag on him. So imagine think about all the things that had to go perfectly right. Jim had to get back and knock the ball down. Ryan had to be right there to pick the ball up. Ryan had to hit a cutoff man. The cutoff man, happened to be Ben, had to turn and throw a good throw.
Without being so surprised that he actually had the ball thrown to him that he knew what to do.
Yeah, first off, his head explodes in sheer amazement.
Yeah.
Throws the ball on the money to the third baseman. Jake has to catch the ball, which in my experience with whoever is waiting in the infield, when the outfield throws a ball into the person, they always drop it. And I'm kind of convinced it's on purpose by now. But the third baseman, Jacob, catches the ball, blocks the base. The runner slides into his foot, not the base. He drops the tag on the runner, and the umpire comes out from behind the home plate to make the
actually see
call,
the damn- yeah.
to see the whole thing and makes the call.
Yeah.
All of that is against insurmountable odds, and all of that happened on that one play to make that happen. That is why that play and that game is probably one of the, I would hesitate to say, but probably one of the top 5 Good Guys
Oh,
games in
absolutely,
history.
yes. And not only that, but I had to go back a half inning before. How did we even get to be up 18-16? How did we get?
Oh,
those
that's
2 runs ahead?
right.
I'm not sure.
That's
I can't
right.
remember how
No,
we
no,
got up
no.
by 2 runs.
Yeah,
Do you remember how we got
I
up?
think I do. I think it was like bases loaded, 1 out or something like that.
No, it was 2 outs.
2 outs.
It
2
was
outs.
It was 2 outs.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. And our coach comes to the plate.
The worst hitter.
The
We won't name him, but he was clearly the worst hitter on the team.
he's top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10. And he comes up and you lace that single down the left field line. I think it hit the base or something. It was like
It
right.
did indeed.
It was right down the line, hits the base. 2 runs score. The throw came into first. You come into first standing up. Standing up, the throw comes wide. 2 runs score.
Indeed.
We go up. We scored like 5 or 6 runs that inning, even to take the lead, to even get to that point. That game was incredible that night. It was,
Can I even go back a half inning before that?
go on.
Okay, so, and this is and I am not making this up, the scariest shit moment of my entire life. Even when proposing to Tracy and she was like,
Even
on the
after
fence.
last week, that ball coming back and hitting you square.
Oh no, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Hitting my foot, not that big a deal. In the bottom of the 6th inning, when they drilled the ball at my fucking face. You do not recall this, do you?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Okay, so anyways, so they had...
You've had a lot of balls at your face, in my defense.
Well, yeah, and you remember some of those.
Oh, yeah.
There you do, yeah. So, runners on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. They drill the ball back at my face, and this is the most surreal moment of my life, and I'm going to confess something here, right? So that thing comes back, and I don't even remember consciously deciding. The ball, I just, like, snagged it out of the air, and I was like, fuck yes, now I'm going to double them off and we're out of the inning. And because it was coming across my body and off my right shoulder, I was spinning toward third base, and I was going to double the runner off third base, right? And I'd go like this, and Jacob and the runner hadn't moved. And I'm like, what the fuck, people? Come on, Jacob, get to the base. And I realized it happened so fast that nobody else had even flinched. And that's when I realized that I almost lost my life. I'm more proud of that defensive play than any other, partially because it was in the championship game.
That's fantastic. That's excellent.
You know what's hysterical? We actually are supposed to be interviewing Fromberg, and we totally want. This is like a 25-minute rant on bullshit. Yeah.
That's okay. You know what? That's fine. I'm going to put this in the middle of it anyway, and it's all going to flow just wonderfully tomorrow.
I feel it right now from here, but also I have to pee.
That's fine. So we're going to take a quick piss break, and Fromwork's coming up.
Do you know that I could have finished this PBR and done the for another?
That would have been excellent.
Okay, cool.
So that's enough of the incredibly random rants. We're going to get back to the Daniel Fromwork interview that you, the people, have requested. So enjoy. Who wants to come over here? I don't know. We got a tractor driving by. He's stopping thinking about it for a minute.
This is awesome, man. This is where you rank. Hey, let's stop this whole thing with Dan because there's a tractor out there.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, he's got some extra wheels on. He had to slow down and let a car pass. He's good. He's going.
Oh, okay.
So now you are back up to number one.
We're back.
You're number one.
I feel like I had a plethora of interview questions I wanted to run through here with you. So I think you had an inside the park home run last year in your inaugural year with the good guys. What are the odds that we see that repeat this year?
Tomorrow night.
Well, to be honest, I think I just been swinging for the fence, trying to go over the fence. I probably should just try to hit it inside the park.
You know, that sounds
showing the ball.
That sounds like a Mikey method, and let me tell you, it's not worked well for him most of this year. A couple of times it has.
Yeah, a couple times, but I think I just do a slow swing down, take my time, hit the ball. Don't strike out again. And it might happen.
All right. Well, I like that idea. So actually, we looked at this earlier this year, but that part in the lineup with you and Ray and Farnsworth, you guys have kind of defined our night. So, you guys do well, we do really well. If you guys do poorly, we've done poorly. So, what do you expect out of tomorrow night being the biggest game of the year so far?
A W, a win, taking it home.
Oh, here's something. And I think there's a lot of people have taken notice of this. Your defensive abilities in the outfield has improved significantly. I think you've turned into a pretty solid outfielder. I think there was a play, if it wasn't last week, it was the week before. You ran back and actually made a catch over your shoulder. It was a pretty sweet play. How do you feel?
Yeah,
Are you feeling more confident in the outfield?
Yes. Yes. The second year I've ever played, so the first year was a little rough. I definitely couldn't judge where the ball was going to end up. It usually ended up behind me, but...
So, wait. Are you saying this is the second year you've ever played softball?
Or baseball, softball, yes.
You lied to me, you son of a bitch. That's not what you
said. I had to make it seem like I played before, so you let me on the team, you know?
Dude, all you have to do is blow me. You don't have to lie. Cause I've got a bench. You can sit on the bench, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So thank you. I just learned something about you. Everyone, I think, has just learned something about Dan Hicks.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
So for the people that don't know you intimately, like JV apparently does all of a sudden.
Apparently.
Give us like a little known fact about you and who you are, and something that you that's important to you.
It's like,
Oh, wow.
what the fuck?
We're getting
Yeah.
deep now.
Yeah.
A known fact about me?
Yeah. Like a credit history or something. I don't know.
You once
history?
played the lead role in the middle school play.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, I've never done that, but I don't have any caught me off guard.
Very circumcised.
Can't think of anything.
Okay, well, you think about that for a minute. I have another follow-up question here, and this is more of a topic for you to explain a little bit. Here's how I know you were the prime pick for the good guys. You once kind of took me down a path of a little story of yours where you got nailed and busted for underage drinking on campus.
Yes, high school. Yes, football game.
High school football game.
Yes, I was in the parking lot at halftime. As soon as I cracked open the beer in the car, it was the top found it on the window. I guess in courthouse they like to shoot up heroin and meth in the parking lot during halftime, so that's why they patrol. They said, but yeah, got busted under some something. My senior year in high school, I had to make this sweet video about how underage drinking can affect your life. And they played it like 3 years after I graduated high school.
Did you get people
Yeah.
people sending you texts and stuff? Like, hey man, I saw your sweet video. It's changed my life forever.
I did actually.
I bet you did.
Which is
So
great.
two follow-up questions to that. Is that the first amateur video you've done?
That is the first.
And B, do you get royalties for that video?
I don't think so.
Ah,
Wait, no, think so. Are you richer or poorer? It's a pretty
Yeah.
simple question, Doc.
so at this point, aren't you? Wouldn't you say you're a little old to be doing underage drinking now?
Yes. Now I just drink all the time.
Yay, good guys.
Yeah, and hence the invitation for this team.
Yeah. So I got a question for you, man. Like, have you ever played second base?
No, I have not.
Oh, that's right, because you just told me you've never played anything before in your life.
Yeah.
Just curious, because like we had a weird game coming up. It might be slightly important, and we're just down a couple people. But yeah, okay, cool. All right, go with that.
So again, with this week in the big game, I think we'll try to wrap this up because we'll run it a little bit long anyway, and I know normal people go to bed soon. But what do you expect out of the good guys this week with the big championship game in tow here?
Well, it's the team we're playing. Have we played them before?
This is the team. This is the blue shirt wearing team that we played when the sun was like right in our eyes the whole game, and we lost 8-4 to them.
Which we should have won.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
If we hit
Yeah.
even one ball once, yes. Their name
Yeah,
is.
that was a horrible game.
What's that?
He said,
That was a horrible game. We couldn't hit the ball at all. But I think tomorrow's going to be a different story. I think we're going to wrap it up early for the fourth inning.
Wow.
I like that.
That's what I'm going with.
So final score. Give me the final score.
Final score, 15 to, I don't know how it works, but I think it's, 15
Okay.
after 4 or whatever.
So it works like this: we have to score more runs than them. Okay.
No, the run rules. It's 10 after 5.
We're good.
10 after
We're
5.
15-3.
15-4, 10-5.
15-3, he says. Okay.
All right,
I like it.
Does it change your mind in any way knowing that the likely starting pitcher for tomorrow night pulled every muscle in his body today, slinging mulch around Georgetown?
I thought you were going to say coaching third base for T-ball. That was a hard game.
Should have drank more beer before you started.
Dude, I'm there. Okay,
right.
so apparently we're okay.
All right. So any parting thoughts?
Any what?
Any parting thoughts? Any parting comments?
rest of you guys have a great night and crack a couple for me.
All right, Warriors in 3.
What's your girlfriend's
Warriors
name?
and
What's your girlfriend's name?
What did you? Jessica.
Jessica. So she's coming tomorrow night?
She says she is, but she's still got it every week. You know, normal
Wow.
Does
girl
she-
thing. They say
Does she
that,
lie
but-
to you often?
Does she tell you
and
it's huge?
Yes. She does not.
I've got a Chipotle card for her that she can get free Chipotle. It's got to be bigger than whatever she's used to dealing with.
You said free Chipotle. She'll probably come.
And she'll
Hey,
be
she
there.
show up at the game. Okay, so on that note,
All right, well, hey, I appreciate he's lost it. Okay, well, I appreciate the call. I appreciate the time, and we'll wrap it up. But, hey, we'll see you out there.
Alrighty, buddy. Take it easy.
Have a good night.
take care, Dan.
See you, bud. Bye.